Happy Wednesday morning, everyone. Karen from Mama's Little Lambs. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some curriculum choices, and I'll be back to let you know what they are. Welcome back, everyone. I am excited this morning to be able to share with you my curriculum choices for my ninth grader. It's hard to believe she's in high school. It's kind of bittersweet. I'm excited for her. And at the same time, as a mom, I'm kind of a little overwhelmed. I guess that would be a good word. A little sad that my little girl's growing up, but happy and excited for her new journey. So without further delay, I'm going to start. And these won't be in any particular order, but I'm just going to start going through each one, showing you what we're going to be using for ninth grade. So the first one I am going to show you is by The Good and the Beautiful. And this is the Grammar and Writing Guide. And in this guide, let me just kind of give you a little, because I've never used this before. It says that the language art course, it focuses on strong writing skills and preparing students for college level courses. With the good and beautiful artwork and the beautiful literature is the highest moral and literary standards for high school years. Students directed it's like student directed. A course combines the following subjects. It has writing, literature, grammar, usage, punctuation, spelling, vocabulary, geography, art, and art history. The student will complete 10 units, and this is the first unit right here. And there are 10, and it's absolutely beautiful too. There are 10 units, booklets, which guide the students through the assignments. There's videos to watch online and reading books with the course. After turning each booklet in, I will check and complete and see if I need to have them do any reading assignments or if I feel what they have done is enough. So this is the Grammar and Writing Guide, and it takes them through. It gives you the table of contents, and it just talks about grammar. It starts out with terms to know. I can't read that from down there, sorry. It has terms to know, sentence types, literal terms, editing marks, and sentence diagramming. So it takes them through a lot of great things. So she will just start out. This is going to be terms to know, which are like parts of a speech. And it just goes through. It shows a lot of sentence diagramming. And there's also editing marks, so she knows how to edit. It just goes through several things. So, and this kind of directs her in the other book. It will tell her when she's going to be reading books, what she needs to do. So I really like this. A lot of great things. So essay writing, there's citing sources, part 1. There is community, commonly confused words. I guess I was confused a moment ago. There's quizzes in here. There's testing. There's writing projects for them to do. So this is the grammar and writing. And then in this book right here, I'm going to move this other stuff out of my way. This is the high school unit 1. And it's absolutely beautiful. And all the pictures in here are absolutely gorgeous. But it tells you the things you're going to need. It tells you the course instructions, and then it just goes through and explains everything and how you're going to use this course. It tells when they're starting. It has on the first day, it's going to do spelling dictation. They're going to go through. They're going to complete things. It gives them things that they need to complete through this unit. It's going to start out by the first book, which will be Just David, and they're going to read this book. So my daughter will read this book. It will tell them what they'll need to do for the book and what reports they'll do and any assignments that need to be done. They'll talk about parts of a speech. They'll talk about definitions. And this she's going to have to work through and make sure that she'll be able to complete all 10 units. There are 10 complete units to do. So there's several units wants to do, so she has to decide, and we will figure that out. We'll talk about it, but it helps prepare her for college so that she can prepare herself on how, time management. So it's, you start out with beginning sentence diagramming, and it just goes through many things, and she'll read her book. She'll have writing assignments for this book. So I'm excited to use the Good and Beautiful this year. It's something new for us. And there are 4 other books besides that. So we'll read this one, that one, and that one. So I'm excited for that. And then it comes along with these cards, and these are these she gets their Greek and Latin roots, and they got year 2, year 1, year 3, and year 4. I always can never figure out which way. It's heavy laminated, and they open up, and it tells you which one. So let's find, sorry about that confusion here. Let's go to, I think this is, the root words for 1. So it gives you the root word, the meaning, and then examples of how that word can be used. So, and it has each year, and this is used for all the 4 high school years. So they give you this. It also comes with your beautiful poems. So this would be poetry memorization that she'll be doing, and it has several of them on there. So they're front and back, and some of them have 2 on 1 page. She also, it will talk about the rivers and facts cards, which like the Mississippi, the Rhine. It talks about different locations for geographical, the different continents where the rivers are located. So you're getting all these cards. So some she will have to label herself and fill in. She'll have to become very familiar with the different continents, which we've studied and she should know. But I just like that it includes a lot of different things in here. So that's what we're going to be using for language arts. The next thing I want to share with you is Wordly Wise, and it's a direct academic vocabulary instructions, and academic vocabulary instructions, and this is the 4th edition, and it's for grade 9, and you go through here, and it gives you the content, and it tells you what things you're going to do for each lesson. I don't know if you're familiar, but I just really felt like she needed a little extra to go along with that, so I wanted to have her do this. So she will do different words. She'll have a word list. She'll go through her word list. She will also have understanding meanings, and she will word studies, synonyms, antonyms. She'll do imagine images of words, vocabulary extensions. So there's just several things that she'll do in here. Now this we won't use every day. The language arts we will. And then I just got the answer key to go along with this. I didn't get the teacher's guide. I think that we'll be able to do it. The next thing that I did get is Fix-It Grammar. And I know they may seem like they're the same, but one works more on vocabulary, where this works more on the grammar part and correcting and making sure they have everything correct. So one's more grammar, one's more punctuation and like parts of speech and things like that. So I wanted to get both of these. So it just gives you day 1, gives you a sentence. It tells you how you need to correct that sentence to make sure that you're doing this correct. And it just keeps her kind of on her toes and reminding her in implementing her language arts that she's using. And I just thought the Wordly Wise and the Fix-It Grammar, which is from IEW, would work well together. I did get the teacher's instruction book on this one just to make sure. I didn't feel like we needed it on here, so we did not get that. The next we're using for math is teaching textbooks, and she will be doing Algebra 1, and I do the 2.0. I get the CDs that go with it. I like doing it this way, and I like having the book also. So we will be doing this for her math this year. For biology, we're going to be doing Apologia. And with this, because she needs for high school 2 lab science courses, I got a biology lab kit, and it's really neat. I'm excited to do this. I got this is from Logo Science, and it has everything she'll need in. It corresponds with her apology of biology. So I'm excited. There are 2 books. This is the first one. There's a second one that's just as thick as this one. So there's lots to do in here. For history, we are going to be doing Exploring America. So we're going to be doing U.S. history this year, and by Knotgrass. I don't know if you see our videos and see me doing videos and doing collaborations with Natasha over at Educational Roots, but she loves knotgrass. So I decided to go with this, and I am going to use this for my daughter. There's part 1, and part 2 is right here. And then there's also, it will tell you when you need to use America's Voices. And this is original document speeches, poems, stories, and hymns from American history. So there's lots of fabulous things in here. So those 3 books came with it. I also got Exploring America's Student Review. I got Answer Key, and then quizzes and exam book. So those all came with that. So I'm excited to use this because I've just heard, like I said, Natasha talks very highly about it. I did get some things that I will be implementing into with the course, her history course. And these are from Classical Conversations. We were involved with Classical Conversations. We aren't doing that now, but these cards were just beautiful. So New World, it'll start with Age of Exploration, and it goes through and it gives you a brief summary and the time periods, and it just has some beautiful cards. So I really like this. And we know the timeline song, and it's just great, but I thought this would go perfect if we're reading something and we come across Age of Enlightenment or the Hudson Bay Company, and it just tells you the time period. So we will use the New World, which is like early modern, and then we got modern. So we'll find like the Lincoln War between the slaves, and just tons of great, interesting. And I think sometimes I am going to, what I did before with her is she would pick a card studying the time period which we are talking about in history, and then she would do an oral narration of what she has read and what she learned about that. Because if she's not retaining it, which is so important in order for her to remember the things she's learned. I think your oral narration is very important. So we'll be doing that, and some book reports from these also. I also got this book, Our Constitution Rocks, and I got that free, actually. They do sell them online, but I got it free from the conference last year, from Homeschool Conference. And then we're also going to be going through these because they kind of match up with the U.S. history, and there's a student study guide. And I liked this because it has questions in here, and we're just going to, on Fridays, I think, go through each read and then go through one of the unit studies on this. And there are 10 of these, and there's 10 of the books. So that we will be doing. I also got these charts, which I really like. I got these from Hardell, and these are American History 1, and it just goes through. It gives you so much information, and they fold open, and information on the back and front, and here's American History 2. So I just thought these would fit in great with that. The next thing I want to share with you are her, let's see, I think I'll do, yeah, I guess I'll go this route. What she's doing for Bible. It's To Every Nation, a study of 12 missionaries and their great God. And I really love these because they use the Christian Hero Then and Now books, and they're all about missionaries, and it tells their story. So she will do, and I did a flip through on this. There is a video. If you look, you will find this for Bible. And it just is really nice because it talks about endurance. It goes through different things, and there's copy work for her to do. And there is, Make It Your Mission. It talks about Hudson Taylor, and you write all your information, and then it moves on to the next one, gives a small biography of that person, and then you read the book. and then we will do narrations on this, written and oral. And there are, I do believe, 12 missionaries. So there are 12 books. I just wanted to show you the books that we are using. So there's 12 books that go with that. And then we have, where's my other one? Let me see, did I pile it on something? We are going to be using, we're going to finish this book. We started it, did not finish. So we're going to finish Maturation and Sexual Reproduction. And I really like this book. It's really great for Ava's age. And I just think that it really helps kind of explain everything really well. And it helps as a parent a little more comfortable zone, I guess, if that's how you want to phrase it. But just because sometimes things are difficult or you're not certain how you want to share them. So this, I'm excited to finish this book. It's really great. This is From the Good and the Beautiful. We're also going to be using From the Good and the Beautiful, the human body, which it says K through 8, but this you could use all the way through high school. It has nothing in it that would make it for a younger grade. But there's just some of the parts of the body that are in here that are also in here. And I just wanted to have a little more, information and just share some more. And we have other books we'll use. And then we're going to use the human body, talk about the different organs, female and male organs, and just go through that. So I'm excited about that. And then for her elective classes, we have, we're going to do life hack, and we're going to be doing health. So we're doing high school health, and we will do half a credit of that. And then, whoops, I found my other one. Okay. And then here's that's the student book. Here's the teacher guide. So this is for a half credit. So I'm going to do this. She can pick if she wants to do this the first part or the second part of the year, but we'll do this. And then we are going to do home economics. And this is from Christian Light Education. And I just think it's so important for everyone, girls, boys, to know about economics and just how the kitchen works and appliances and making recipes and sewing and just all the things that you really need to know. So I'm excited about this. This can be done in a full year or 2 years. However, I'm going to split it. I'm going to do it half a year, and then I'll do the rest of it next year. But it just goes through an introduction. It's just introducing the kitchen, preparing for success in the kitchen. And there's so many great things for the kids to learn. And there's just questions and answers. It talks about measurement. It just talks about different utensils that you use. And there are 10 units, so we will do 5 of them. Either, like I said, or we can mix up so many days, 1 week and so many days this week, but we will complete both of these for this year. So we're really excited about everything that we're doing and all the picks we have chosen. She is also going to do online through Freedom Learning. She will be doing ASL because that's what she wants to be, is an ASL interpreter. And so she'll have to go and get her bachelor's degree in sign language and working with deaf students and interpreting and being an interpreter. And that can take her many places. But that has been her dream for a long time. And so I'm excited for her to add that. We're also going to be using Explore the World in Your Kitchen, and it's called Eat to Explore. And we got some different ones of these, and I have collected them. This is on Italy, but along with our economics, we will take every other Friday, and we are going to prepare something special. So that will be fun. And then the opposite weeks, we do tea time. We do have some other things that we are going to be doing, but they're going to be done in our morning basket as a family doing it together. So I will be sharing that video with you next. If you have any questions about any of the things I shared with you, please leave a comment below. And I really appreciate you spending time and coming to my channel and supporting me. And I just pray that God richly blesses you, and may you have a beautiful, blessed the rest of the week. And I will talk with you soon. Bye-bye.